relationship that flows back. Because he may reward her in secret, not out in the open. You see what I'm saying? But you're looking at the relationship from the outside and say that you're doing too much. Do you see the natural and the spiritual connotation? And so one of the things we have to understand is it's the same thing with the gifts of the Spirit, is that you have to have a relationship with God on the backside that all of a sudden now begins to flow to the front side, and people say, wow, Quincy, I didn't know that God had called you to interpret like that. I didn't know that God gave you that gift. And they don't understand that it was your sacrifice on the front side when everybody pulled out of the parking lot that you stayed and were faithful, or when everybody else went to eat and you were fasting 3 days a week, and everybody's like, what's wrong with you, man? Every time I ask you or talk to you, you don't want to eat. It's because now all of a sudden God says, I'm going to reward you with a closer relationship, and I'm going to reward you by pouring out more gifts in your life, because the Holy Spirit gives to you as what he wants.
Yes, as what he wants.
But it's according to the power that also worketh in us. What you're willing to allow to work in you. Bishop, you look fired up. You look woke, as the young folks say.
You know what? I really like what you're saying.
That's
This
a good
is
word
why
right there.
people need to mind their own spiritual and natural business. Because here, you know, you can have another group of ladies say to a lady, I wouldn't do that for that man. That'd be her husband. I wouldn't be doing all that. But then again, that husband might go out, buy her a Mercedes, and she drive up in it, and they all get jealous because they ain't having a Mercedes. Amen. But they didn't do what she did. All she did was what God told her to do. And so the same thing is happening spiritually. I wouldn't do all that. I wouldn't do. You around here going from one thing in the church, one thing in the church, but God told them to do it. And so when God tells them to do it, and he rewards them, and they wonder why they didn't get a reward, well, first of all, you should tend to your own business. As the old folks used to say. Just leave it alone.
All right, I'm gonna throw out a question. I'm glad you brought that up, Bishop. Who had a relationship like that in the Old Testament? And you had other people who were godly people who came to that person, and they felt like they were bringing news about what was about to happen, and they didn't understand that that person said, I have a relationship you don't understand. They both of them were prophets. Elijah and Elisha. Remember Elisha, when all of a sudden Elijah was going to leave, the other prophets came and said, he's going to leave. And they felt like they had knowledge they were sharing with him that he didn't know. And he said, leave me alone.
That's right.
Because they didn't understand that he had asked for what? A double portion. See, they understand he had a double portion coming.
He already asked for it.
You know, exactly. He had to be right there. And they were trying to dissuade him. Why are you continuing? He's going to leave you. And they didn't understand. See, and that's what I'm talking about, is that sometimes when God has told you you have a double portion, you have to leave the other words out your ears, because it will keep you from getting the double portion that God has promised you if you're there when it goes down.
He said you asked for a hard thing.
You know, exactly. So one of the things that we begin to understand